And welcome to part 2 on this repair progress, update, bodge, blow up, hack, whatever you want to call it on this Philips radio. Yeah, so some work has been done since I last did a video on this thing. And as you can see, it's now in bits, and you can see its workings and internals more properly. And yeah, I have a bit more than 10 minutes this time to do a video, so I'll cover it in a little bit more in depth than what I did the first time. Sorry, I'm just looking at a text I received just very quickly. Now, right, where were we? Right, so I'm getting tongue twisted tonight. It's rather cold out here. I've just had the heater on, but the heater is so noisy, I'd best leave the damn thing turned off, otherwise you can hardly hear myself think, especially when doing videos. Right, so moving over here, these are some of the parts I've changed so far. Now, literally all of these tar capacitors, I call them tar babies. You Americans, I know, call them black beauties or something like that, but I call them tar babies because they just are, because they are. You see that that was the across the mains capacitor. As you can see, it kind of didn't like having mains voltage across it, and it exploded. Not when I powered it on. It must have blown some time ago. And it's got a supply dropping dividing resistors in there. One part of that was open, and that was botched on there. Luckily, I have a chassis, a spare chassis. So I actually took the resistor off that one and put it on. This is actually provided some spare parts for this. Actually, where's the circuit? Yeah, it's basically that resistor there. Comes off the mains, and it's tapped about 100, and I think it's 180 ohms, I think, and then the rest is about 800. So it's about, yeah, it's strange arrangement. And then you've got the varistors for the mains input, and then you've got the other sort of varistor resistor thing for the panel lamps. So if the panel lamps blow, it doesn't open the series. Open the filament chain, so the set keeps going even when the bulbs are blowing. I think I got that right. So yeah, typical Philips style. Got our lovely array of push buttons along the bottom there. And for a Philips, the dial cord is not actually too complicated. Some of them are right shits to do, pardon my French. But this one's actually, someone's actually redone it with fishing line, and unfortunately it's gets so far, and then you've got to manually turn the gang by hand. So whether I can tighten up that, well, actually might be able to tighten up the tension on the spring, because I'm not really a fan of doing dial cords, to be honest. They're a right pain in the ass. Yeah, so oh yeah, that's the new resistor there. And it's quite normal for them to get stinking hot like this. I'm sure any person in Britain watching this video is probably, yeah, this is probably quite a familiar circuit, because I know you guys have a lot of series wide valve radios and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I just got another text from someone else, and I've now got to reply to them when I finish. Gee, it's more bloody busy tonight, isn't it? So right, where were we? Okay, so yeah, here's the top side of it anyway. So UI42, UL84, UBC81. I think that's a U. What is that one? It's a UF89 and UCH81. I might just go underneath and show you. Oh, and it's the cabinet, what it looks like, all out. there's the speaker there, and there's just a bit of extension wire I made up. I'm sure there's an English version of this set, or a European version of it. If anyone knows of it, please send it to me. Just curious to see. Yes, so that's the dial, the scutcheon. It's in good condition, all nice and clean. That will actually clean up quite nicely. That one's okay. The donor one, it's all the writing's all sort of coming off, and it's all flaking away, as you can see. But that Philips emblem is a lot more nicer. Obviously, this one here has seen more sun than this one. But if I try and pick that off, if I try and get that off, I'll probably end up taking the paper with it. So I don't know, I might have a go at see if I can swap them. Otherwise, I might just leave them as they are. Just leave it as it is. So I will now flip the set over. Let me just make the main side of it dead, because I don't trust these bloody things with their live chassis. And excuse me while I do this with one-handed. Trying hard not to break the ferrite rod as well at the same time. Okay, here we go. So I've replaced. Here's a pokey thing. Here's a pokey thing. Pokey thing here. Here's a pokey thing. Here's a pokey thing. How about a rusty old screwdriver? So I've replaced that cap, that one down there, and a couple of others on the upper transformer side and as well. Yeah, no, these ones here. These ones here I'm going to change. I just haven't got any .056s in stock, but they're all leaky. I've checked them on my Heathcote bridge, and I can even actually show you actually how leaky some of them are. Now, I'm not sure if anyone else has struck this before, but I've actually had these capacitors here, these sort of what do you call them? These sort of tubular dielectric sort of capacitors. I've actually had these go noisy and leaky and all sorts of strange things. And I changed the one. The coupling one from the detector to the output, which would be C30. Yes, C37. The one that goes from the anode. That goes from the anode to the grid, from the UB71 to UL84. It was actually passing some. It was passing some DC, and I sort of gave it a smack and a poke with a prodder, and it started crackling and popping and carrying on. So I have had these go crook. I seem to recall a video that Shanghai 66 done on was it a Grundig radio or a Telefunken, one of these European things, and yeah, it was one of these same type of capacitors. I think in the tuner section, or the FM tuner module had gone leaky, or it was leaky or shorted or something. I remember he changed it, and then the damn thing sprang into life. So if you're watching the Shanghai, yeah, the problem is very real over this side of the world as well. But yeah, most of the resistors check out okay. There's a couple I've replaced, and these horrible bloody switches. I can't stand these things. Luckily, I've never had to replace a switch bank. It's always been just dirty contacts. So yeah, I'm still yet to check the power supply filter cap. Yeah, there's probably not really much more to add in regards to under here. The donor set, two scopes under here hiding away. The donor set has actually got the donor set's actually got a nicer backing plate. That other one's got a bit of rust on it. It's a bit more manky, so I'll probably end up swapping these backing plates over. This one here actually looks to be a lot nicer. Someone's changed the output transformer at some stage. I've actually got 2 or 3 of these. I've got another one in nice condition as well, really nice condition, original. This one's okay. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. In fact, those mustard capacitors that are in here actually came out of this. I said I've got no qualms in reusing those capacitors and anything because they are so reliable, those things. Right, so no further ado, I will give it some power and you can hear it going. So just turn the variac up full and we'll give it some mains. I think that one there is broadcast memory. There's the dial lights slowly waking up. They're not the right ones, but yeah, that one's a bit bright for some reason. I'm going to have to get the right ones. So just ones in there for the meantime. I think they're 12 volt for me, but it could be wrong. One thing I've noticed too with these AC/DC sets is they take bloody. It said they always take quite a while to warm up. I won't play. We've got a couple of stations here which do music. I won't tune into those, so I don't get any copyright flags from YouTube.
Christmas in July. Activities here Friday night.
Please tell your mom that give us money and like 15 years back, one of my nephews, he called me from July. He said, "I'm very hungry." I said, "It's
actually got a really nice sound too. I've always found these small sets always, you know, they always had a nice sound to them. Always go well.
That time I called him, "Where are you?" He said, "I'm in the hotel." He said, "Is the hotel open?" I said, "Yes." He said, "No, everyone is sleeping." There's pizzas. He said, "Yeah."
Hopefully it's not too loud. I've down a wee bit.
It's about David Attenborough's age. I did think he must be in his 90s. But I'll take your 20 cents. He's 93. Extraordinary. David Attenborough looks old because he's 93. Thank you.
People that
It's actually very still night, so we've got good coverage. And actually sounds a lot better too than what it did when I first powered it up.
Yes.
It's a lot nicer sounding.
To go, the Daily Express by what? Second, I think.
In a scam like that, I don't think you don't get his sponsorship for being the world.
Afghan to
About drawing up.
We have got a local station here called Magic, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. It's gone. There it is. Huh, I wonder if we get anything on shortwave, I wonder. Probably nothing. No. It's a shortwave, and of course I've got no fine tuning here. Just grabbing the old bloody tuning gang drum with my fingers. Interference from something in the house, probably some bloody modem power supply, something like that. Yeah, there's no error looked up either, so... Oh, there we go. That is so touchy. Well. Sounds to be, could be Japanese or Chinese. Not sure what that is actually, but yeah. Oh, well, at least the shortwave section works on it, so yeah, pretty cool. So
South Africa has found the allegations can't be proved.
So yeah. So that's a nice little update on the set. Still got to do a few more things to it. Change the filter cap and we'll check it, see if it's okay. Yeah, change that plate and clean everything up and put it back in the cabinet, and all going well, it should be pretty much done. So yeah, all right. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll be back with an update soon. Thanks. Bye.